for you about somebody who is very attracted to you. This is somebody who is thinking about you even though you are at a distance from each other or possibly even no contact. This is a person who's very confident that the two of you will reunite. So it could be more so that there's a separation because of traveling for work or traveling for family, maybe even health things. But this is, I'm really excited to see you and I find you very attractive. And it could also be someone who feels like it's time for the two of you to finally be able to pursue what it would be like to be in a relationship after having a lot of things get in the way. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. I think we will start with, we'll go with the Soul Cat Tarot. What else do we have? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So we have somebody who's very focused on the good things that they have going on, perhaps because they are dealing with some problems right now. I feel like they left something too long or they didn't address a problem. They have to deal with that, or there's some sense of obligation here, maybe even a need to work late. But the hope or the thing that is like the light at the end of the tunnel is hoping that they'll be able to spend more time with you or take a vacation with you or finally express their feelings for you. There's something here where it's like, this is what gets me through my day, even when it's a little bit difficult. I just think about, when I'm going to be able to see you next. So we have the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and Justice in the reverse. Look at how cute this cat is. The Queen of Cups, this is how they feel about you. It's so cute. This person is attracted to you physically, but also just feels like you're a love bug. They just want to hug you and snuggle up to you. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and Justice in the reverse, but they feel like they haven't been able to show what they feel, or they haven't been able to prioritize you the way that they want to because of this obligation or this requirement that they be somewhere else or doing something else. Hello, H30. My name's Carmen. Hello, Varantha. How are you doing? Oops, sorry, there's no N. Varantha? Oh, I'm gonna need you to translate that into English before you post it in my live chat, please. No, I don't. Hello, Aman. How are you doing? I can't tell. Well, we'll just... I still hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, by the way. So this is somebody who feels like it's not fair that they can't be with you. It's not fair that they can't see you sooner, but their departure date is coming up. Notice that it's like somebody's going to make sure that everything is packed and ready to go, or that there's like reservations made. I'm very excited to finally get back to you or travel to where you are. This could also be someone who has been maybe living elsewhere and they're coming home for the holidays, and they feel like one of the benefits of coming home for the holidays is that they might be able to see you. Ace of Wands in the reverse. And the King of Cups in the reverse. This person's definitely feeling some sad feelings. Feeling like it's been too long since they've seen you, or there's too many obstacles in the way. Hello, Sunny. Hello, Pierre. Hello, Heron. Hello, Foles. Hello, Justine. How are you doing? Hello, April. We're only 5 minutes in. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry it's not your thing, Pratt. Hello, UL. How are you doing? So we have the Nine of Cups. This is a card that talks about wish fulfillment, getting what you want, knowing that something that's going to make you happy is right around the corner, because seeing that person that I've missed, seeing that person that I haven't been able to spend time with, that's going to be the highlight of my day, the highlight of my week. I don't need a Christmas present. I just need to see this person that I miss. I do feel like this is because somebody is trying to make sure they do right by their financial obligations. So perhaps they're working extra hours to be able to, afford the Christmas gifts they want to get for people. Perhaps they're trying to make sure that they can afford some travels that you want to do. But this is someone who's a little bit stressed out and at a distance, hoping that soon they'll be reunited with you. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Hello, how's it going, Subu? Hello, Sam. Please make sure you translate into English before you post in my live chat. Hello, M. Fu. Of course you can, Kanal. It's whether or not it'd be working out for you, right? So we have the Three of Swords, which makes me a little bit nervous with that Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels to me like this person's really looking forward to going home or seeing someone again, and maybe they're a little bit overly optimistic because it's been a while. There could be someone who's gotten a little bit upset that they've been alone for this long. All right, this is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. Hello, Adriana. Hello, Realist. How are you doing? I'm just going to call you Five. Hello, Five. How are you doing? Hello, Aditya? Is that how I say it? We have Strength in the reverse. Page of Lightning or Page of Swords in the reverse. There's something that has not been communicated here. Some problem. It's like I see somebody who is in a boat that has a leak. It has, issues that have to be addressed, or the boat will no longer be a functional boat. And as somebody is repairing that part of the boat, another problem starts on the other side. This is like you're trying to solve some financial issues without realizing that something else is happening and causing some unexpected issues or more expenses than you thought. Excuse me. Hello, Saeed. How are you doing? Nope. All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And no, I don't have either of those issues. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Thank you, Anthony. Hello, Jayan. How you doing? What's up, Charlie? Yes. Hello, Cons. How you doing? So this is someone who's coming back after a time away from home or visiting someone that they haven't seen in a while, hoping to run into someone they haven't seen in a while. But this is definitely physical attraction and desire to be with someone. But uh-oh, we have this Knight of Wands. Knight of Candles. And the Emperor. This kind of feels to me like we've got someone else who has been interested or expressing their interest in the same person. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Hello, Divine. Thank you for the tip. Let me know if you've got a question. I don't do, like, I have to confirm that. I'm not going to assume that, because I'm pretty good at watching those things. And I'm happy to go check, but you're going to have to let me know which video. Hello, Andrea. Did I just say that so weird? Hello, Andrea. How are you doing? So look, we got somebody here who has some explaining to do, okay? Someone who has something they need to tell that they have been keeping secret. It could be, hey, I've actually made the money situation worse while you've been over there trying to work, you know, extra. It could be that they've been flirting with someone else. But we have a very, like, optimistic, I can't wait to see you, it's been so long, or I'm really, like, missing you energy. And then we have this other person who's like, oh, fancy seeing you here. Yeah, I have to tell you something that I didn't tell you a while ago. You know? I will write that down for you. Thank you for the tip again. And Divine, if this is the first time that you are checking out a live stream of mine, just know that I do finish the general reading before I start the personal questions. So I usually start those at about 30 or 35 minutes into the reading after that general reading, and you would be the first one on the list for that. So once I get done with that general reading, I'll call out the list so everyone knows where they are in that list. Hello, Soul. How's it going? Hello, Wilbur. How are you doing? Oh, that's so kind of you, Jake. I hadn't figured that one out yet. What would I do without you? Hello, Armando. How are you doing? That sounds good. Thank you, Divine. Hello. How's it going, Jerry? Or hola. ¿Cómo está? So now we've got Justice coming out, which I really do like because we had Justice in the reverse at the beginning. This person who felt like things were not going their way, or things kept making it difficult for them to be with their person. And now it's like, I think I'm able to make this decision to come back home. I'm able to finally head towards the person that I've been missing. Yep, we've got the Tower. So I'm able to, you know, hop on the next plane home, or I'm finally done with my training. I'm finally done with the work I had to do, and this person's excited to go home. Why am I nervous? Excuse me. I think we have a surprise waiting for this person. It's a little nerve-wracking. There's some issue here with regards to how quickly this person hears that they can head home and how quickly they show up. Maybe it's not enough time for somebody to clean up after the party, right? Thank you, Legendary. Army officer interview next week. Do I get success? Oh, I certainly hope so. Let me interview next week. We will ask and see what comes through. All right. And hello, Sunny. Hello, Javier. I am real and not a very big fan of AI, to be honest with you. Hello, Rod. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so glad you find it calm here. That's what we're shooting for. Hello, Wesley. How are you doing? Appreciate your comment, Wilbur. Thank you. Hey, Hope. How are you doing? Yep. Yeah. Don't make April work too hard, okay? So we've got someone who I think shows up and finds out that someone is not working like they said that they were. So maybe we have two people who were trying to resolve financial issues, and both people were supposed to be working full-time jobs, and one comes home to find the other one is just like playing video games on the couch or watching Oprah. I don't really want to, let's not give her name any future readings. Four of Pumpkins in the reverse. So we have somebody who has not been holding true to what they had said. We have somebody who is either being frivolous or like the opposite of frugal. They're spending money, which they should not be. Or they're not even saving or earning money like they had told this person that they were. So I think we have a little bit of an argument here. Hello, Zoo. Hello, Darian. Hello, Ismail. How are you doing today? Hello, Jody. Hey, See the Grave. Six of Candles, which is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Potions, which is the Six of Cups, and the Two of Pumpkins in the reverse, which is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Oopsies, you're here too soon. I was telling you that everything was going the way that it was supposed to. I was telling you that everything was great, nothing to see here. Everything's like actually kind of like boring and normal. But this, what are we calling you? Should we call them the Tower? The person who comes home, the person who's saying, I'm super attracted to you and I'm so excited to see you. They come home and they find out that things are not the way that they're supposed to be, even though they've been told by, is it the Emperor? I feel like that's fake energy right there because they don't have their ish together at all. So how could they be the Emperor, you know? You gotta have like a little bit of, I don't know, figuring things out, right? Oh, I'm so glad. So it's actually really important to me. I like to try to pronounce people's names correctly, and I will often apologize if I feel like that I just completely got it wrong. But I think you can, in general, figure out the roots. You know, is this from this part of the world or this part of the world? There will be unique names, of course, but I had a lot of people call me Cameron when I was younger, and I don't think it's very difficult to read Carmen. There's no O. There's no O. So I maybe make a big deal over trying to say people's names correctly. Hello, Popcorn. How are you doing? I hope you're not being creepy towards April. Hello, Maggie. How are you doing? Yeah. I do think a few people need a cold shower. Oh, I see we've got a Tiana in the room. Tiana has joined the chat. How's it going, Bessie Tiana? Hello, Laura. How we doing? Welcome, Isuru. I hope I said your name correctly. Hello, Nadi. What's up? Is it? What does the Romanian word mean? I think my name is supposed to mean something like sacred song, or I think I've even seen like beautiful garden. Poetry. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Isuro, thank you for asking. I think really the difference between what you're asking and what I'm doing is intention. There are people out there who seek to cause problems or delays or difficulties for others, and I would say it's pretty easy to see how that could be determined to be black magic. Whereas here in this live stream, what you're going to find is a bunch of people who are wanting to see you do better. At least that's the goal. That's why we have moderators. What can we do to work on ourselves and put ourselves in the right situations or on the right path so that we can continue to grow as individuals? And this is somebody who is finding that when they come back after a trip, the person that they've been excited to see might not necessarily have been as reliable or honest with them about what's going on. If they had responsibilities that they were supposed to get done, it could even be, you know, I was going away for the weekend and you were supposed to at least just do the dishes. It could be you get home, you know, an hour beforehand and they're like, oh my God, I haven't even started. You know? Thank you for liking and subscribing. I do appreciate that. Legendary, I can check the super chat after this. Seeking success, I do general readings for the first 30 to 35 minutes, and then I take personal questions with preference to those who tip or donate. If Super Chat doesn't work, you can also donate memberships to others. I really like that one as well. And then I'll pull a few cards for you or answer a few questions. Otherwise, I do a long form personal reading. Well, there's 4 different options really, up to an hour long, 70 minutes. If you want something that's more private and not in a live stream, and my email is in the description box for that. Hello, Jaden. I don't think it would be fair for me to say that I am good at it, but at least I understand it. We have Reina de Espadas, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Swords in the reverse. I've been working on solving a problem, or I've been, working overtime or dealing with something that was not very fun, because they were in a mood, right? They were not very happy. They were counting down until they got to leave. I've been working my butt off, and you're over here going to the record store every day, gallivanting with the geese at the local park. This is someone who feels like they are a member of a team and also the only one who's doing something. Now that could be you're the only one who's making money, you're trying to impact positively the financial situation. Or maybe you're the only one who's being honest. Because we also have this High Priestess, and I feel like it's finding out some information that may not be very easy to handle. Like, oh, you have to go work some more. Or I've been seeing someone else. So we do have the Six of Wands and the Two of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So there's another path that you could take. And I feel like it's something that you were hesitant to do. But now you feel like you have no other choice because this person's let you down. It's like, okay, well, I guess I have to sell that car. I guess I have to sell that, motorcycle, whatever it is. Boat, Hey, Grindhard. And we're 22 minutes in. It's not too bad. Oh, that's so nice. Darian, you made me think of a song that I love that is in French, and it's so dramatic, and I feel like it's similar to your first name. Ooh, La Danza? And is it sung by someone like with a similar name to yours? But there's this, I think she's Russian girl who sings it for like a talent show. And she has that thing where you can sing 2 different notes at the same time, where she has like a crazy range. But she sings that particular song and it's just like, ugh, chills. But I love that song. There's such beautiful music with French lyrics, even if I don't understand everything. Hello, Seeking Success. I'm in Central Time Zone in the US. Hello, Denise. You added an R on there. I think that's fun for me, but maybe not for Grindr. Hello, Diesel. How's it going? Hello, Crut. How are you doing? Are you saying your favorite music is yacht rock? Did I say yacht rot? I meant rock. So we have the Five of Cups in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who didn't have the motivation to get something done. I don't know if it was, getting rid of the snow on the driveway or raking the leaves or, having a garage sale or doing the dishes, but their partner comes home and they're like, really? I've been out here doing all this stuff and you just been sitting there doing nothing? It doesn't seem fair to me. Thank you, Tiana. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. Hello, Olitha. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, you guys, look. This is how you actually spell judgment, okay? Right here. See how there's only one E? There's a lot of people out there, they like to put a second E in there, and it's not right, okay? It's not right. Oh, sorry. Wow. Alrighty then. I think we got somebody who's struggling with talking about what's going on here, because they didn't expect this person to get back so soon. They're like, oh, fancy seeing you here, and I'm still wearing this. Oh, and I haven't showered in like 3 days. Good Lord. They're not ready for this person to be back. I didn't clean up after the party. I didn't, you know, glue back your vases that broke over the weekend, you know. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. And Caballo de Copas. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's mad. Big mad. Why? Because we talked about this. You knew how important this was, or I thought we were working towards that goal together. And instead you're over there like dipping cheese in liquid cheese, which is actually a very worthwhile activity if you've never tried it before. But this person didn't do the dishes, they didn't do the cleaning, they didn't work, save any money, or they spent all the money that they were supposed to be saving. Thank you. Hello, Sardar, how are you doing? Hello, Tarish? Did I say it right? Hello, Santiago. Ooh, yes, I think that's right. That sounds familiar. I might have to actually like post this on my page later. That's how much I love this song. I'm really confident that the song is called La Danza, but it might be something else. And I know at some point they're singing about Paris, which is apparently the really cool way to say Paris. I don't know if I did it right. I love that song, but especially by this young woman who sings it. Yes, derrière danza. Exactly. Wait, but isn't derrière like butt? Are you sure? I think it's dancière, isn't it? No. Is it really butt? Hello, Bonua? Did I say it right? Who's making fondue? And I want it. We have the Tower in the reverse and the 7 of Cups. So I thought we were trying to avoid some calamity here. I thought we were saving our monies so that we could afford this trip, or so that we could pay this bill, or, you know, I thought you were going to help me with the domestic stuff while I was out making some coin. And you're over here like, not doing any of that stuff. 7 of Cups. It feels like you were creating an illusion. Like, of course I've cleaned. Look at the background. And it's really just like a superimposed picture of what it looked like before they like terrorized the house and tore it up. It's like, you went through all that work to try to make it look like it was right when you could have just like actually done the cleaning. Have you guys ever known someone like that, where they try so hard to avoid doing some like hard labor or some cleaning that they'll go to great lengths just to avoid it? And you're like, at this point you could have just like cleaned and it would have been fine, you know? But no. I don't know what you're saying, Elsa. Do you want to translate that to English? No way. That's pretty cool. Thank you for saying that. I have a serious, like, deep appreciation for language. I lived in Mexico because I love Spanish and Mexican culture. That really helped me to solidify Spanish. And in school, I had some credits I had, you know, left over. I'd already, this is sounding so ridiculous, but I'd already achieved what I needed to for my last semester at school. So I was like, well, I really want to take Latin, but I didn't take the fall semester, like 101. So I tested out of that and got into 102 for the spring semester. But I love languages. I think there's just, I don't know, there's so much interest for me because languages, in order for them to still be a language, they live and breathe, they change, you know? There's obviously a need for them to be updated as different things come into play, right? So I love that. But anyways, I will get back to the reading. I know we're already at the 30-minute mark. Hello, Egyptian Empress. How you doing? Hello, Dragonradonic? Did I say it right? Hello, Ezequiel. ¿Cómo está? Espinosa. Mi padre está leyendo tantos libros de un, I think he was Spanish philosopher. How do you say? Un hombre de filosofía? Look, we got somebody here who was they made a promise. They were like, I'm gonna do this, I'll make your bed, I'll clean the house, I'll take your cat to the vet, whatever it is, but they didn't do the thing that they said that they would do. And now there's information that confirms that. And I also feel like there was something here where they were pretending like, I did this, here's the proof. It's just a little bit photoshopped, and I hope you don't like figure it out. Yeah, I agree, Sonny. Filósofo. Gracias, Eru. Yes, I think it's super important to at least learn one other language. Indeed it is. What's my opinion on snakes? I don't really know how to answer that, but it does make me smile. Snakes represent healing. Snakes also represent deception. So as far as like symbols wise, it can go either way. And so I think that's one of those things where you really have to make sure that you are looking for context if you're looking for like intuitive messages with regards to that. But as far as like the actual like animal, I think they're like necessary. I think they're chill. I can see myself both being intrigued to like see one in a cage because my buddy used to have one. But also probably see myself jumping like 3 feet in the air if there was one that ever like surprised me, like snuck up on me like, hey, what's up, Carmen? Like, so yeah, I'm not looking to like own one or anything, but I think they're very necessary. Oh Lord. Hello, is it Vince? How are you doing? Or Lee? Hello, Len, how are you doing? Oh, Jose, ¿cómo está? So we've got someone who is finally about to confess. Okay, you got me. I lied. I wasn't actually doing the thing that I told you I was going to do. I know I should have, but I just didn't. So maybe there's someone who was house sitting and they did a horrible job. Maybe there's someone in a relationship and they completely forgot to pay some bills that were very necessary to pay. But we have a friendship or a partnership, maybe even a romance that is ending because somebody was like, oh, did I do that? Or did I not do that? Oops, silly me. All right, I'll pull a few from here, and then I'm going to start with Divine's question and then Legendary's question. Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. What else? We have indecision, the Archangel Ariel, and contract. This is what I'm saying. Somebody did not do right by whatever this agreement is. Now, this contract could be literally a marriage contract, and then we had somebody who is unfaithful. This contract could be, like I said, a house sitter who didn't take care of the house, right? But there's somebody here who did not do right on what they promised to do or what they committed. And as a result, there are some not so fun consequences for them. Probably financially or maybe even legally. This could be just a relationship that's coming to an end because someone doesn't seem to value it, right? All right, let's start with Divine's question. Is Divine on the right path for the career? Chariot in the reverse. Not quite. Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Moon. There's some other path that's going to appear that I don't think you were aware of initially. Four of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles. There's something, it's like hidden instability with your current path. You may not be able to see it, or you may have a slight suspicion on it. But this could be like poor leadership. This could be outside forces, even like a catastrophe. But there's something here that creates a problem for this path, because what I'm seeing is like a bridge collapsing into a river. Now, I'm not wishing for any bridges to be collapsing, but what I'm saying is it feels like there's an agreement, or it feels like the path that you're currently on is not guaranteed for much longer because of some outside interference. Something that cannot really be predicted, but you may for some reason have some sense that it's not really the right path for you. I see there being a different one that is much more stable, and I think better for you with regards to your finances as well. Tell me more about this other path, please. Nine of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Cups. And the Star. So this is a path that does require you to be committed. So you might have to earn a certification. You might have to go back to school. You might have to mentor with somebody. But there is, I feel, a way to leverage what you already have learned or what experience you currently have to get at least somewhere along that process towards this new path. And there's somebody here who's going to want to help you. Someone who gives you a leg up, or someone who has walked this path before and identifies you as somebody who would be excellent at this. So for that, this is saying be patient. You're going to get an intuitive sign on what this path is, because I don't know that it is like really materialized in front of you yet. But you are going to get some sign that tells you this is the right move. This is the thing you've been waiting for. I really do feel like there's some strange sun-moon combination here for you. Because, do you see, like this is literally the moon card, right? But it kind of looks like a sun. The moon doesn't ever have those kind of spires, right? So you might see some strange juxtapositioning, or, you know, side by side of a sun and a moon right before this path opens up for you. But it is going to be something that leverages your current experience and makes it better for you. Hello, Zero, how are you doing? Hello, Amber. Hey, Jameson, how are you doing? Hello, Ryan. Jameson, is it for a long, like a personal reading off of the live stream, or is it for the live stream? Hello, Sayer, how are you doing? Do you believe that everyone is born to be someone? See, I feel like that's kind of open-ended. I feel like we all have a part to play and a path that has an inevitable fork in it where you have to choose. Are you gonna like stand on business, or are you gonna be a little bish? It's probably a better way or a more elegant way to phrase that, but I think we all have tests that we face, and we all have to choose what we're made of or what we want to be known for. I think we have to choose to be ourselves and not be influenced by everything else around us. And not everyone is able to do that. You're so welcome, Divine. I wish you luck. It does feel to me like you will find this path relatively soon, at least within the next 6 months. Hello, Emra. Hello, Abdika? I don't know if I said that right. We've got Legendary up next. There's an interview next week for Army Officer. How is that going to go? Will it be a success? Ooh. The Emperor. That's a good sign. So this is standing in your confidence. I feel like there's also a question here that throws a lot of people off about what happened at your previous job and you handle that well. Make sure you know how to lead the conversation. I feel like this goes well as long as the confidence is there. The Hanged Man, Six of Swords in the reverse. Why the Six of Swords in the reverse? There's a trick question here in the interview, so be cautious. You might want to be a little bit more thoughtful or take some time before you answer, and that's going to make a big difference. For example, at one of my old companies, there was a VP who likes to, partway through the interview, just start ignoring you and go on his phone and then see how you react to it, which I think is kind of a lame move from a lame person. But this is what he did, okay? So there could be something like that where someone's testing you to see how you handle that. Any messages? Thank you, Sayur. Any messages from my spirit guides for the week ahead? Oh, I think you would be up next anyways next week. So I think this will go well for you, Legendary. Just make sure that you are able to take a pause if you need to before you answer a question that might be a little bit tricky. So we've got Sayur up next. Messages from spirit guides for the upcoming week, please. Let me get a different tarot deck. What messages do we have for Sayur for the upcoming week from spirit guides? What do Sayur's spirit guides want to know? Emperor in the reverse. High Priestess. King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone is in charge of something that they do not have control over. This would be like entrusting a 5-year-old to the bank envelope that you just picked up that has $2,000 in it. I probably wouldn't trust that to a 5-year-old or even a 10-year-old or even a 15-year-old, right? Just saying. It's my money. I'm not going to trust you with it. There's someone here who's been entrusted to do something and they do not have the best of intentions. There's either, a personal failing here or like an addiction or a lack of confidence or a sense of fear. But we have somebody who maybe shouldn't be driving that car or shouldn't be trusted with that living situation. Whatever it is, it's like, no, we need to really think about what this person is ready to handle, right? Yeah, I mean, I might meditate on it. I feel like there's information right there that you're about to get. Oh, thank you, Coral. Welcome to the Towers. So the Towers is the highest tier of memberships, and that means that I will be doing I will be pulling some cards for you and sending a video. So Coral, if you could make sure that you email me so I have a place to send that video to you, I would very much so appreciate it. It is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. But thank you for joining the memberships. So look, I think this person who has some sort of responsibility is someone that you maybe trusted or someone close to you trusted, but you may have been a little bit nervous about this, right? Like handing the baby to the 7-year-old, like, you can't drop this, right? It's more important than a vase, I still think there's some time here for you to address this or avoid some sort of loss, but making sure the person who's responsible for this is actually responsible, right? Exactly. Hello, the one. How are you doing? So I hope this is helpful for you, Sire. And let's see if Draconian is going to be successful. I see a gain for you here, so the answer is yes. But make sure, like, this is dependent upon you finding out some information that you do not currently know. So if there's a way for you to address this vacuum of information, if there's a way for you to ask somebody or to do a little research, that is what you are encouraged to do, Draconian. Are we made of cells or thoughts? ¿Por qué no los dos? Y algo más como azúcar. And like water, aren't we like, oh, you guys, I don't remember, what percentage are we water? Isn't it something ridiculous, like 90 or something? Help. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I agree with Rachel on that. Oh, I hope you have a good day too. Let's see, for the live stream. Jameson, I just can't see it when I'm in the live stream. I'm trying to see if you posted another comment. Hello, Miso, how are you doing? Is it only 80%? Hello, Gamma. I am from Minnesota originally. Hello, Michael, how are you doing? I do love Canada. I had an amazing trip when I was pretty young to Alberta and like Banff area. I saw the mall. I went to Jasper. It's a beautiful country. Haley, how's it going? My ex keeps texting, but I'm not opening no messages. So do we want to know what he's saying? What is the ex trying to say to Lee? The ex is emotionally frustrated and feeling a sense of failure or frustration. So I do feel like we have some attempt to address the feelings, or like, how can I get to a better place? I feel like this is somebody who is not very nicely asking for help. What does Lee need to know about these messages? Is this saying it's best for her to ignore? I think it's better for you to ignore or delay the response to these messages. I do feel like there is some overly moodiness energy, or somebody who is not really being honest with themselves. So engaging at this point seems like not very wise. Could I sing a song for a little? I'm not very good at the requests. I do spontaneous, like if I feel like, okay, I'm hearing the song and the rest of you need to as well, then I might, but I get nervous when people ask that. Speaking of someone who might be nervous a lot, hello, Stinky. You're so welcome, Sayer. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hello, let's walk home. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello, James. Is it really only 60%? That's sad. I mean, I guess there's like cartilage and stuff, right, guys? Yeah, yeah. So Jameson is asking, when will I hear from Natalie? Natalie is waiting for something else to happen. So there's some action or communication that she's waiting for before she would communicate with you. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this is like there's something else that triggers that action, and then I would consider talking to you. But at this point, it's kind of like, I don't know about that. What is this thing? It's a decision someone else makes. If someone else is doing this, then I will do that. Or if you say this, then I will say that. But I feel like there's a resolve here to not be the first person to contact. Yes, smart lady. Good work, Lee. Hello, Joe. How's it going? Oh, thank you. Well, Darian, ooh, just so you know, I do have a second channel. You can find that in the description box as well, but it's just me reading from my favorite books. Primarily Edgar Allan Poe, but some other stuff in there as well, like Dante's Inferno, although I didn't finish it, sadly. I read it in its entirety long ago, but it spilled on my book copy, so I stopped reading from it. But there's no ads on that channel, so that might be fun for you to check out. Why are you yelling at me? I'm gonna go eat some food, y'all, but I sure do appreciate you. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. If you're able to hype the video, I appreciate that as well. And Stinky, I totally agree with you on that. And I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.